Hello, I am Melanie Mitchell. I am a biology major on a pre-med track, and today I am going to be rhetorically analyzing two artifacts, one text-based, which is a research study, and one non-text-based source, which is a video poem, that are addressing health disparities, particularly those health disparities affecting racial and ethnic communities post-COVID. So to begin, for today's purpose as a rough draft, I will just be analyzing the video poem, which is The Color of COVID, and it is by author Darius Simpson, who has his bachelor's in political science and is born and raised in Akron, Ohio. I'm actually from Ohio myself. And he does a great job articulating some of the health disparities, but I am going to discuss as well as the strengths, some of the constraints of this artifact as well. So just for understanding, I am going to play a little bit of this video.
COVID-19 shook the world to its core, or kicked up a familiar dust, or coughed up what's been resting in the diaphragm of the United States for centuries. Coronavirus broke headlines as a global pandemic, while 2020 was still getting its bearings. You might think, in a time of social distancing, while many of us face an issue that is incapable of discriminating, that we are finally in this together. Yet, there are communities who are more drastically impacted, even by a virus that promises nothing except that it is equally contagious regardless of skin color.
So this video poem, if you can't tell, is about 3 minutes long, but this just gives a little bit of a glimpse. I wanted to make sure that it was able to hit both the logos aspect with the statistic towards the end there, which they do continue to use, which I find is a really good strength of this video poem. Appealing to the statistics is a great way of influencing an audience. Additionally, one of the constraints is that it does lack an ethos appeal. We know nothing about our author. You have to do a little bit of background knowledge to understand who our author is. And additionally, with any non-text-based source, a lack of text can also affect the power of logos here, as well as there are no real raw personal stories in this non-text-based source. This genre is a video poem, which I find really, really unique because it does combine this spoken word aspect with a visual and really cinematic appeal, which I personally really, really liked. Right off the bat, the author, Darius Simpson, gets into this exigence for this video about, he actually uses a metaphor comparing the U.S. to a diaphragm, which I thought was really cool. And he brings up this historical significance of health disparities, and he uses the video to almost like take us back. It's kind of like a filmy, it has a lot of grain in the texture to bring us back to the history. Like I'm reminded when I see the Tuskegee trial, and I thought that was great exigence, talking about how in light of this new pandemic, how health disparities are being highlighted because they were already apparent, but now they're just being shown into light. So yeah, basically, okay, just to wrap this up, this is a rough draft. I actually don't have access to my computer right now, but this is a rough draft, and I'm still outlining my text-based source as well as finishing up some other things, and I want to better edit the PowerPoint as well. But I'd love any feedback. Thank you.